I'm Dolly Dworkin, and I'm 90 years old, and have been married to Dan, also 90. We are both World War II veterans. I was in the Navy, and Dan was in the Army. We met and married soon after we were discharged, 67 years ago. We had 3 children, all girls. Hani asked me to talk about what the Smile on Seniors program has meant to me. I am not completely comfortable about speaking like this, but the program has been such an important part of the past 16 months that I couldn't turn Hani down. Dan and I have had a rather tumultuous life. When Dan was in his mid-40s, we sold our businesses. Dan went back to school and got a PhD in geography. He taught and wrote books, and on the basis of his expertise, the United States Agency for International Development hired him. He worked all over the world. I traveled with him to Tanzania, Kenya, Korea, Hong Kong, and Thailand. The trips were exciting. In Tanzania, for example, our small plane had to buzz the grass strip to chase off the animals before we landed. The airfield consisted of only a soldier with a gun and a barrel of gas. A year after Dan started AID, I learned from Dan that the secretary in his unit would refuse to pick up his phone calls when he was out of the country, claiming she was busy doing other work, so I volunteered to help. I was informed that the federal government could not accept volunteers, and after a typing test, I became a secretary in the same organization. We loved our jobs and both worked well into our 70s. Recently, our son-in-law, Alan, digitized over 15,000 pictures and slides of our life. And we relive those trips as we watch them on our flat screen TV, or in the books that our daughter Barbara has made to celebrate birthdays and other family events. While Dan and I made our lives in Washington, D.C., and our 2 eldest daughters were busy advancing in their careers, Ida, our youngest, was struggling, often returning to live with us. When we finally retired, Dan, Ida, and I moved to Phoenix. Eventually, we managed to get Ida a place of her own a few miles away. Our oldest daughter, Judith, had moved to Arizona long ago. She was a professor at the University of Arizona in Tucson and later moved to Phoenix with her infant son to join her husband, David, who taught at Arizona State University. Barbara, our middle daughter, worked for a publishing company in Worcester, Massachusetts. She convinced her company that she could work as well from Phoenix, and so our family reassembled in Phoenix a decade ago. One of the problems of living so long is that you find you have outlived many of your friends, and many of those still living were back east. So when we received an invitation to a Smile on Seniors dinner in the spring of 2012, we accepted, hoping to meet and make new friends. The dinner was just what we had hoped for. We met new people, both seniors and volunteers. Rabbi Levy and his wife Hani were such warm, friendly hosts that we decided to become affiliated with the Chabad. Rabbi Levy says that God directs our lives. I'm not much of a believer, but if not God, at that dinner invitation proved to be miraculous for me. Soon after the SmileOnSeniors dinner, all of our girls joined us for a combination 66th wedding anniversary and Father's Day celebration. The girls used their iPhones to snap pictures of what was a happy family event. And our son-in-law, Alan, took pictures of Dan and me and our 3 daughters together. The next day, I missed my usual daily call from Ida. The following day, I tried calling her, but was unable to reach her. I called Judy, and together we went to her condo. She looked like she was sleeping, but she wasn't. There is probably no more terrible experience for a parent than to lose a child. But Ida was more than my youngest child. She had been a large part of my daily activities. Both of my other children are busy professionals. Ida was my troubled child. She was bright, beautiful, and fun to be with, but addicted to prescription medications. I enjoyed being with her and helping as she made attempt after attempt to turn her life around. I shopped with her, had lunch with her, and took her to appointments. Most days she called me, and often I visited with her in her apartment. When I came home from Ida's apartment that terrible day, Dan and I reached out to Rabbi Levy, who was in New York. He called his father, whom we had never met, but who was warm and gracious and supporting under the circumstances. SmileOnSeniors, which I thought had been a way to meet people and become a source of support and comfort for Dan and me, now became a source of support and comfort for me. The volunteers and the Chabad members became our extended family. I have received the warmth of so many of the young Chabad families involved with the SmileOnSeniors program, and particularly Moshe and Halia, Meir and Miriam, and Rabbi Levy and Hani. I am not knowledgeable of religious practices, yet I was not judged when I brought toys for the children to a Shabbat dinner or tried to hug Rabbi Levy. Instead, I have been given unconditional acceptance and love. This outpouring of caring has been so important to me these last 16 months and has helped me to heal. I hope I have been able to explain to you what SmileOnSeniors has meant to Dan and me and our family.